So, talking about freaking rules and stuff like that. Have you heard of this thing with the USADA?
Oh,
Yeah, UFC USADA are freaking cutting ties. All right. You know why, right? Have you gone a little
no, I
deeper way?
haven't.
All right, this whole Conor McGregor thing is why. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, bro. All right, this whole freaking because Dana White already lost out on freaking making the match happen. All right, freaking the first time because I think they were supposed to fight. When did the last tough finish? That was like 2 months ago. They were supposed to fight 2 months ago in the summer.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
sounds about right.
But then Conor McGregor's dumbass fucking didn't enter the USADA pool, all right, to start to get freaking drug, the random drug tests and things like that, and then Dana White, I was reading in, he wanted, kind of special treatment, on this case, so he can get fucking Conor McGregor to fucking get tested and freaking and approved so he can fucking finally fight, get him on the fight card and make this fight happen.
Wow.
Conor McGregor just barely like 3 weeks ago freaking finally entered himself into the USADA pool. Okay. So there's still no fight, because they're putting this fight out, for the Conor McGregor freaking Chandler fight in December. It's not going to happen. Because you freaking Conor McGregor still freaking barely put himself into the drug pool. You saw the freaking at minimum it's a 6-month minimum, all right, before you could be freaking finally approved to finally start to fight like that. And then on top of that, USADA can freaking hold you longer in the pool, all right, if they want to, all right. So they've been going back and forth with Dana White, trying to get, special treatment to make this freaking, finally get this fight of that. And USADA's like, nah, we ain't doing it. You know what I mean? So good on them. You know what I mean? They freaking, obviously they hold a high standard and they're not just going to let anyone just like Conor McGregor fucking fly under the radar just because he's a big name. All right. Nah. You know what I mean? Should have fucking, done your part and got him in the name like that. All right. If anything, all right. If anything, Dana White needs to be handling freaking Conor McGregor and be like, bro, you're done. Yeah, matter of fact, I'm suing you for X amount of fucking money.
That's typically
yeah.
It's either fighter promotion, fighter manager fault.
Yeah.
Like I'm not supposed to go to him.
So now as a freaking 2023 at the end of December 2023, you saw this freaking cutting ties like that. Now let's think about what's gonna happen now. Because there's going to be this weird, limbo freaking start of January 1st, 2024. Tell me freaking how many, guys are going to just magically start to perform, 100% better.
They say that UFC will use drug-free sport to collect drug samples beginning next year.
What does that mean?
That's some agency because it's
that's an agency.
It's led by George Pyro as independent administrator. It's a former FBI agent. Now I'll tell you this. I'm just gonna be. I'm a firm. We talked about this before. Mm-hmm. I'm a firm believer in getting what you pay for.
Of course.
Right. I'm a firm believer. I have no fucking idea who drug-free sport is. I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who George Pyro is.
It's gonna be someone in freaking Dana White's pocket that he'd be like, "Hey, bro, all right, I need this guy freaking approved." Okay, got it.
Or Dana White says, I need you to make this match.
Yeah.
And then I get to the guy as the promoter and be like, hey, my guy really needs to pass this.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope I see him on freaking December 31st.
Right.
Yeah. I got you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, and
bro, but like, I just feel like, man, like, I think it's gonna be Pandora's box is gonna be open, all right, and freaking it's just be a fucking shit show of people that I'm like,
bro, I was saying
this is my last chance, to freaking make a UFC title run.
Here it comes.
It's taping.
Where's the trick?
Yeah, that's it. It's just what's Rodney Coleman, like that. Oh, it was just Tess and D-ball and freaking some trend and HGH.
I wasn't using steroids.
Yeah.
I just don't like
20 pounds overnight.
I'm just like, man. But here's the so this is from a business standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. From a business standpoint. And doing good business, I feel like that's part of your contract signing. Mm-hmm. Like
I feel this all should fall on Conor.
But it should, but I feel like it's one of those things where it's like when you come in to sign the contract, we got this fight scheduled for you. You come in to sign the contract. When you come in to sign the contract, like the guy from USADA is right there for you to register. Like it's right there. Like we're gonna start doing all these little things from the very beginning, because for me, as a promoter, as a UFC, I've got to put money behind the promotion. I've got to find a venue. I've got to invest money into this. I'm not gonna let you fuck it up, because I love fighters. I fight, but bro, you could have CTE. Like I'm not gonna leave my money in your hands and just expect that you're gonna go out and do all the shit that you need to do. Yeah. Like, no, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it right here. Everything's done, and now you just have to follow up. But it's definitely Conor McGregor's fault, because he didn't do it.
You know, so
him and his agent, that's fucked up.
Just another headache on Danny White's freaking,
I would thump the whole match, bro.
And then, but it's it's one of the biggest freaking fights that everybody's been anticipating, for a while now. You know what I mean?
Especially, you know whose fault it didn't get made? Huh? You know whose fault it is it didn't get made?
Conor McGregor. So
be mad at him. Be mad at him.
Hey, he got the money.
Yeah,
he flaunts it everywhere, freaking all over his page like that. Hey, make his ass pay for that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, especially when you're running a business, all right. There's two things that people hate being messed with. It's their time and it's their money. All right, go ahead, tax that ass,
bro. I mean, if so, I blew all this money on your first event, so your purse wasn't going to be 50, but now it's going to be 10.
Bro, yes.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, like you didn't do what you're supposed to do, and I lost all that money that I lost.
You're practically fine for the fans now, so you better fucking give them a show.
we can either recoup it, or we can not have the fight at all. Yeah. So would you rather get 10 million or 0 million? It's completely up to you,
bro. I don't know. Knowing his thing, because he ever since he's really cashed out with that, freaking that whole Mayweather payout like that, he's had this godlike, no one can touch me, freaking attitude towards a lot of things and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, someone needs to freaking humble his ass down and be like,
But he's fighting again. But he's fighting again.
For me, honestly, I don't think he's relevant. I don't want to see him fight no more. What was his last round? I mean, his last fucking win. Donald Cerrone, freaking like 2-3 years ago. Bro,
when I look at it like this, I'm gonna find out right now. But I look at it like this. You you had all the opportunity. You made all this money. Like you were here. You balling. You drove a Rolls Royce to get in your Rolls Royce to take you to another Rolls Royce
to go to your Lamborghini yacht.
Right. But now you're fighting again. Yeah. Which says to me, you need money. Like that's what it says to me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean? Like you got a bunch of fucking money, bro.
Yeah, it's like there's a point that it is for the love of the sport. I'm like, freaking that's all you ever know,
right?
Because how many how many freaking fighters like that's the thing about the fight business, bro. I'm like, a lot of these guys been doing it such a young age, even when they finally make it. Like, look at Canelo, all right?
Right.
Just got paid out $50 million,
bro. Okay? Crazy, bro.
All right. But the thing is that he knows that this is all he's been doing since freaking, I believe it was like 13 years old. I would think he's been doing it since he was 13 or something like that. That's all he ever knows, man. You know what I mean? It's his whole identity is all wrapped up in there like that. And he's still on top of his game. Does he need the money? Fuck no, he doesn't need the money. You know what I mean? But you know what? He loves the sport. He loves freaking putting on a show for his people, all right? And all his fans and things like that. So he's looking for the next fight, So, when he finally hangs up the gloves, all right, there's not going to be a shadow of doubt who's the best freaking boxer, who's the best Mexican boxer, bro, when all those questions come up, all right, they're like, man, Canelo Alvarez, he's cinnamon. Cinnamon, all right, like that, yeah,
bro,
for sure.
You would never believe this fucking stat, bro.
What is it,
bro? 3 and 4.
3 and 4. And his
since 2016, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Since 2016.
A freaky a close decision against Nate.
Close decision against Nate.
All right. Freaking then Donald Cerrone.
Eddie Alvarez before that.
Oh, before that,
right? He pummeled Eddie Alvarez before that.
Eddie Alvarez, then Nate, and then came back freaking like that, and avenged his loss to Nate. Then came back and freaking and beat Donald Cerrone with his little shoulder fucking checks or whatever like that. And then ever since that, what? He fucking lost, broken leg, knockout, knockout, then broken leg. Then, you know what I mean?
He lost to Nate, then beat Nate. Mm-hmm. Then beat Eddie Alvarez. Mm-hmm. Then he lost to Khabib. Mm-hmm. Then beat Cerrone. Mm-hmm. And then
I thought it was Khabib back to back.
Oh. And then he fought Poirier back to back and lost both of those.
Where's the other Khabib rematch? He fought Khabib twice. I thought that was back to back.
Bro, I've only this is one record for. Let's see what it says under Khabib. Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was Khabib twice.
He did fight Khabib twice.
So that's a lie. You know what I mean? So he's probably 3 and 5. You know.
Well, I don't know. Under Khabib, is he got a neck submission for Khabib? I remember there being 2 fights.
Yeah.
Was there?
There was.
No, I'm not talking about the fight in the bus, like with the bus, because they had that fight where they were throwing chairs.
No, he had the rematch with Khabib and lost again.
I remember that. Huh. That's on both of their wiki pages out there. Khabib v. McGregor. Let's see what was the deal with that. Khabib v. McGregor too. Oh, January 13th, 2023. Khabib never got his chance to avenge his loss to Khabib Nurmagomedov. Dana White, we did our best. I guess they didn't have one.
Damn. Are we tripping?
Bro, I feel like there was a second fight.
Yeah.
But I also remember him getting beaten up really badly. And I remember initially Khabib saying there's no reason for me to fight him again. Mm-hmm. I do remember that. And I remember they had like a huge beef.
I thought there was a 2. At least it was promoted.
I think they were talking about. I know they were talking about it pretty heavy.
I think we tripping, bro.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, then after the leg, once he broke his leg, that's it for sure.
Then he had, then he went on the circus fights. He had like the.
Yeah. Well, once he cashed out with Mayweather, then that's it. And he lost that one too.
Right.
Yeah. So
I mean, the dude. Look, I get it, man, but I'm not interested in watching.
No,
I'm not interested in watching the kid fight.
No.
And I certainly don't want them to put it at the headline to any card and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Bro, 3-7 since 2016. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of time, bro.
Yeah.
That's like twilight of your career.
No, yeah, for sure. Freaking. We talked about this. When he first came back, talking, getting a call out from challengers like that, and I don't know what episode it was like that, and when I posted it on YouTube and stuff like that, the main headline is Conor McGregor still relevant, and right. there is some chatter on there, and there's one guy, remember, he's like, yes, he is still relevant. I'm like, nah, I don't think he is. You know what I mean? Not at all. So. Dude is not doing nothing no more. You know what I mean? If you're talking the talk, but you ain't walking the walk no more, like no one gives a shit no more, especially on 5-6 fucking losing streak.
Nothing from Dustin Poirier. Mm-hmm. Dustin Poirier is good.
Yeah.
Taking nothing away from Donald Cerrone. He's one of my favorite UFC fighters of all time. But after the Khabib fight, I feel like Conor had like there was nothing left to him after that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like Khabib was the top of the division. Mm-hmm. He was the top of the division. He beat you, and then he retired.
Yeah.
But he beat you.
Yeah.
Badly.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do now? And then you go
and see, but the thing is that he beat you, the champ beat you. Then at the time, I think Poirier was either freaking number 1 contender or probably interim. Like he was for sure like top 3.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that. That dude beat you twice, and then freaking on top of that, you break your leg off. You know what I mean? He knocked you out, and then you break your leg. I'm like, man, it's time to like really have that hard talk to yourself and like, you know what? It's time to wrap it up.
But
we
just
need to.
And he wrapped it up. Mm-hmm. And then he made a little money doing a circus show. Mm-hmm. And now he needs a little money.
Hey, I don't know what it is.
That's the only reason.
So, hey, I'm done with Conor,
I think it needs
bro.